Mariam, what does she want to do?
Hello and many thanks for joining us today on Politics in Brief. I am Christiana Olayemi. Benjamin Disraeli once said, and I quote, "Almost everything that is great has been done by the youth." So also did Kurt Cobain say, quote and unquote, "The duty of the youth is to challenge corruption." Today we're talking about the speech that President Muhammadu Buhari talked about in the past head of government meeting at London, calling the youth lazy. You'll agree with me that this cannot be overemphasized because he said it himself that the youth constitutes more than 50% of the population in the country, and so as much as possible we will give the voice to any youth that is ready to react to it. And so in the studio with me here today is someone we can authoritatively call a youth, Mr. Darlington Enyi-okoro. Welcome. Thanks for coming around today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, so to set the ball rolling, I'm very sure you are familiar with the response of the president at the meeting in London calling the youth lazy. I have this question. There are two, actually. One is, what was your reaction when you first heard his response? And the second is, having thought about it critically, what is your constructive reaction to it?
Yeah, thank you so much. My initial reaction was, another one. I mean, another reckless statement abroad. But on a second thought, I said, let me actually get the facts straight. Let me download the full statement or full interview of what transpired in London. And I saw the video, and as a youth, as a young Nigerian, below 40, I see the comment by Mr. President as demeaning, reckless, and quite irresponsible. As the leader of our country, our beloved country, Nigeria, Mr. President ought to be the marketing officer of our country, the marketing officer of the youth, the number one supporter of the youth. For Mr. President to have made such a comment in such an interview overseas leaves much to be desired. And as a young person who is doing my best to contribute to the well-being, to the growth and progress of our country, I totally disagree with Mr. President. I feel very, very bad about it. But we, the young people, need to respond to Mr. President in the most appropriate manner.
So, if I must say, it's the human attitude, of course, to like everything come free. You know, you want to stay in a free house, free, everything coming free. That's the human attitude. My question is, would you rather you are in a country where you have the free housing, the free health insurance, the free, education, everything coming free, you just cross your leg, or you be active as a citizen in a country where things work?
Yeah, thank you. I'd rather be active. I'd rather be an active citizen. But before then, we need to have a society that will encourage the young people to work harder. In Sena climes, they have welfare. They operate welfareism. There are things are done to encourage people to give their best. For instance, health insurance is not supposed to be totally free, but we in Nigeria, here in Nigeria, I don't even know if we have any health insurance. I don't even know if we have anything welfare towards the people. I think the enabling environment, the good welfare package should, or things like that should be provided to encourage the young people to give their best.
Okay, Femi Additional, the advisor to the president on media and publicity, responded actually to the president. He was like, President Muhammadu Buhari does not mean all Nigerian youth are lazy, but most, a lot of Nigerian youth are lazy. Would we see that as a verdict? Like, would you see that as, that's a verdict? I mean, the advisor have said it all, so then perhaps we're lazy.
To answer your question, I am not a lazy youth. I do my best as a young entrepreneur, as an entertainer, as a business person. I disagree with that. Like I said earlier, statements like this are supposed to like ginger us as young people to, okay, since things like this are being said about us, what do? We need to brace up and face the challenge. Whether you say that a few of them or a minute or some of them or a lot of them, it's the same thing to me. If you call a Nigerian young person, a Nigerian youth, lazy, you are talking to all of us. Because you, as a father of the nation, you're supposed to sell the better part of us, and not to go to the international community or international media to tell them that your children are lazy. That's what it virtually means. Because he's our father, he's the father of the nation, he's the father I will see. So we expected much from him. We expect him to provide for us. We expect him to protect us. We expect him to guide us and lead us right. Not to go outside and to label few of us, all of us, as lazy.
All right. Recently in Washington, an interviewer asked President Muhammadu Buhari on his response on what President Trump of the United States of America, what he said about African nations being a shithole. And the thing is, comparing his response, the response was, it's not viable. He cannot, say it's viable or not. My question is, how can you compare his trying to hide Donald Trump's accusation on the African nation to his own, statements on his own country?
Again, Mr. President had a rare opportunity of putting things straight, a golden opportunity at that. The President Trump was there. It was a press conference. President Muhammadu Buhari had the golden opportunity of telling the whole world, of making it known that African nations are not shithole. But he missed it. Now, a journalist asked, Mr. Trump was there. You should have asked him, Mr. President, if you don't know what to say, if you didn't know what to say, Mr. President, did you actually make such a comment? Then let Mr. Trump explain himself better to the whole world. But instead, he chose to remain silent, which to me is cowardice. Which to me is not. That wasn't an attitude of a leader. That wasn't an attitude of the leader of the most populous black nation on the surface of the earth.
Oh well. So my next question to you now is, we need to set the record straight. I'm opportune to have another youth here with me, so I need to know, are you a lazy Nigerian or an active Nigerian? Like, you just sleep in your house, wake up, and you expect the food to come on the table?
I am not a lazy Nigerian. I am not a lazy youth of this country. I go about my daily lawful business, make decent living for myself and for my family. I am a musicologist. I read music. And I have an entertainment outfit of mine. I also do other businesses aside that. So I go about my daily activities trying to make a decent living, and someone will be somewhere to say I'm lazy. I am not lazy, and I refuse to be lazy. So I don't know about others, but for me, I can vouch for myself. I am not lazy.
You refuse to be lazy.
I refuse to be lazy. I'm not lazy.
So I'll cut here as we go on a quick break. Well, okay, we'll go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll continue with this topic. Please sit back as we go on a break.
Mariam, what did you want to do?
Welcome back. It's still Politics in Brief, and I still have here with me Darlington Enyi-okoro. To continue, I'll take us back to the question that was asked Mr. President on how what his address is on the huge, youth unemployment. My question again is how relevant was his response to the question that was asked?
The truth remains that Mr. President didn't address that issue. He didn't address the question at all. In fact, his statements just boycotted the question. He just decided to dodge the question. So to me, he didn't answer the question, and I don't think he's ready to answer questions like that.
So comparing the past, answers of President Muhammad Buhari, there was one he had in 2015, precisely in February, an interview with London Telegraph. He was like, they asked him a question, and his response was, yeah, Nigeria is difficult for the youth because they feel it's difficult, and they still go out to Europe, they still go out to America, and they feel in their prison, they're corrupt, and comparing the series of his response on the international soil. How confident are you that such a leader should? How would you categorize such a leader, rather?
Sorry to say it. Sorry, I am one of those that stood for this president. I'm one of the youths, one of the young people that campaigned for President Muhammad Buhari. And my belief was that we were going to have a positive change. But my dreams are shattered as a young person. I don't have any confidence in him anymore. All the promises he made, all the campaign promises, none of them have been fulfilled. From fighting corruption, to insecurity, to the economy, none. Our economic situation is in shambles. The insecurity in the country has doubled.
So you're saying now that Mr. President, and to include the Senate, will we look up like, okay, the older citizen in the country cannot, would you say they can somehow be a role model to the youth? Because if a statement is coming from up there, it means maybe they're saying something right. So should we look up to them as youth, like, okay, the president, the Senate of Nigeria should be our role models with all that is happening in the country?
As a young Nigerian, I don't have any of these corrupt politicians as a model. None. So, without mincing words, they have disappointed us, and the disappointment continues. Is heaping of blames every day. Jonathan this, Jonathan that. Why? The reason why we voted out Jonathan was for you to come and fix things, and not to blame Jonathan. We knew that things were bad. we would have allowed United to continue. We voted him out because things were bad. And we expected our new president to swing into action, to hit the ground running as soon as he took over. Instead, Mr. President got everything wrong, from the appointment of ministers to appointment of to other appointments. Just check out.
Okay, we have so many Nigerians, they are quick, very, quick to make comments about Mr. President, about the elected leaders. My question to you is, how did you participate in the past election? Were you active verbally, or you were active with your vote?
Yes, I was active in all things. I campaigned for the president. I voted for the president. Though I am apologizing to my friends today and apologizing to Nigerians for wasting my vote, I won't deny the fact that I voted for him. But we cannot continue like this. Sometimes I would say in my closet, it is rather unfortunate. I would prefer that the president, as the driver of the ship, or the driver of the damn food that I'm inside, should take me to where the bus stop that he picked me. He take me to the bus stop and continue his journey.
Okay. So to round off, Mr. Darlington, you recall that at the beginning I quoted Kurt Cobain, which was the duty of the youth is to challenge corruption. Now the president has, said something about the youth. I want you in 30 seconds to give your own advice to the leadership.
For me, I will only advise the people in government, the people that are ruling us this time, to try as much as they can to do things right, to begin to get things right, to begin to get things done, instead of blaming past government. We voted for you because the past government has failed us. So do your own and not blame any other person. Now, my advice also to them is that if they are sure, if they are convinced in their minds that they have not come to help us, they have not come to move our country forward, they should throw in the towel. They should leave the scene. For people who are ready to help Nigeria, for people who are ready to build the country, for the younger people like us who are ready to contribute our own quota to the growth of our nation. We are tired of recycling politicians. We are tired of old politicians. I will not vote anybody above 45. I will repeat, I will not vote for anybody above 45 as president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Mr. Darlington, thank you so much for coming around.
Thank you
so much for airing your mind. It's been a pleasure to have you around.
Thank you. The pleasure is mine always.
All right, so that will be all for today on Politics in Brief. I remain Christiana Olayemi.
Mariam, what did you want to do?